All right, we're here today. We're going to talk about pool options. My name is Jason Hughes. This is my partner Jim Spees. We're two of the owners of River Pools, and we're going to cover some of the most popular options that you might want to consider if you're thinking about getting an in-ground pool. So, Jim, let's talk about saltwater chlorination. That's a really popular option. Let's come out of the gate with that one.
There's a misconception about saltwater pools, and the misconception is that people think that, number one, that it's going to taste like the ocean. And it does. Okay. It's only 1/10 the salinity. It tastes about like Visine, and in my pool I can really barely taste it.
So you can taste it, but just a little bit.
So minute that if someone was in my pool, they probably wouldn't recognize that it was salt.
Interesting. Okay.
That's one thing. Number two, people say, well, I definitely don't want chlorine in my pool, and I'm allergic to chlorine. Well, you're probably allergic to the byproducts of chlorine, not to chlorine itself.
Right.
Because salt generates a chlorine gas. And that gas is injected into the water, and that's what sanitizes the pool. Can't taste it, can't smell it, can't see it, you can't feel it. So that's really how it works, and you don't end up with any chloramines because of it.
So what you're saying is a saltwater pool is still actually a chlorine pool?
It is, yes, basically it is. It's putting chlorine into the pool. It's just that you don't feel it, taste it, or smell it. There's no byproduct, so it's more natural.
So it's a better version of a chlorine pool where there's none of the negative side effects that people associate with chlorine.
Exactly. You don't have any of the side effects. Salt is sodium chloride. So what the generator does, it separates the sodium from the chloride, and you have a pure chloride in the pool.
Gotcha. Well, I know that all of our customers that have salt, and I'd say, basically 100% of our customers are on salt, and never had one complaint with regards to the saltwater chlorinator.
We've never had one complaint, and not only have we not had one complaint, we've been down several different avenues of selling different types of chemicals. And what happens is people go from a bioguine product such as Baquacil to chlorine to Baquacil, back and forth. Once they're on salt, there's never a change. You never hear from them again.
So explain to us what it's like to own a saltwater pool. How much time do you think you spend maintaining your pool?
Well, I'm a little less when it comes to taking care of a pool. I'm not quite as a type A personality, so I'm one of those people that believe in enjoying the pool and not worrying about it looking perfect. So I probably spend about 20 minutes total a week on my pool. Chemical wise, I don't put chemicals into it at all. I mean, there's just really nothing to put in. About midway through the season, a couple bags of salt. But as far as having to test the water, I test the water once a week. I do that. And I vacuum my pool once a week, and it's a fiberglass pool. It only takes a few minutes to vacuum the pool.
Right. So you never have to add any granular chlorine. There's no chlorine tablets or any of that stuff.
Absolutely not. Another misconception is salt's going to save me a ton of money. Salt doesn't save you a ton of money. It saves you a ton of time.
Right.
Time is money, so I guess you could relate it to that. Will it save you some money? Yes, it does save you some money. There are some people that say it really doesn't. But when you think about it, if you have to buy a salt cell, say 5 or 6 years down the road, and that salt cell costs you $800, I can tell you that a chlorine or a bioguine customer, such as Baquacil, and I'm only saying Baquacil because it's a big name. I'm not trying to point them out. It's any of their products like that. Those products can cost you $400 in a season. They can cost you $800 if you run into algae quickly. So you do save money, but we don't preach the money savings. We preach time savings and ease of maintenance.
Yeah, because my experience is it's a pool that's easier to maintain. It's a pool that has better water quality, and you're just not running to the store to get the chlorine tablets. You're not having to handle the granular chlorine, shock the pool, during the regular season. So, it seems to be a win-win.
Well, my son, and this is a big thing, last year my pool just went in. We used it for our first time last year for the whole season. And the funny part, my son's a big kid. When I call him Baby Huey. He's 19 and he acts like he's 12 sometimes with the heart of a 12-year-old. The maturity is there, but he has the heart of a 12-year-old. Nothing but goodness in him. But him and his friends are over, and it's like so funny to see these 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds and my son going, you can go in the water and open your eyes and it doesn't hurt your eyes. Yeah. It is really funny to hear that coming out of somebody.
Yeah.
And it's just cool because not only can you go underwater and open your eyes, but it's without goggles on, it's like looking through glass.
Yeah.
It is crystal clear water. It's unbelievable how clear your water is.
Yeah, a lot of clear benefits there with salt.